Hi, day 6, 6 geese a laying. Today we will be doing 6 cardiovascular exercises with 6 basic starting Pilate exercises on the floor. So you do not need a chair, a band, a weight, anything. Just a little bit of floor space, maybe a mat full of floor or carpet area. Let's get going. Okay, so let's just circle our shoulders. Hopefully you're having a nice time through Christmas and New Year. So take the arms up and over. Just a little quick rewarm before we start. So taking the arms across the center, up and out to the side. Deep breath in, breath out. Okay, so again, just circle the shoulders. Lift the feet up a little more. Tummy muscles nice and tight. Okay, little arms forward, back and forth. Think about your posture, tummy muscles nice and tight. Shoulders are back and down. Take the arms forward, take them up, forward and up. One more time. Okay, arms down, circle the shoulders, little step touch from side to side. And we'll march on the spot. So let's go. So a step with a knee raise, back nice and straight. We have 1 minute doing this exercise. So just think about a good stride forward if you can. Raise the knees to the chest, not the chest to the knees. Your back straight. Arms fluent, don't knock those elbows out. You can take a small stride or you can take a long stride. You can take the arms above your head to just over halfway. There'll be 6 minutes of doing cardiovascular exercise before we have a little lie down on the floor to do some exercises on the floor. Okay, you've got 15 seconds left. After 15 seconds, we go into half jacks. That's where the arms come out to the side and the legs come out to the side as well. 3 seconds left. Ready for that half jack. Let's go. So arms up and out to the side. So again, keep the toes to the floor. Raise the heels up. Little bend in the arm if you're tired or weakness through the shoulders. Or you can take the arms nice and long. You could do this all with weights if you want to. But that's not what it's about today. It's just 6 cardiovascular exercises. So you're coming up to halfway. You can make it a little stronger by taking arms above your head. Again, still keeping those heels raised. Making a good strong movement. Take those legs a little wider if you can. The next exercise is a Spotty Dog. And we've got about 12 seconds left before we go into our Spotty Dog. So it's taking the arms alternately up in front and taking that tapping movement out behind. So we change. So arms and legs. Subtle change. Arms coming up. Good stride out behind with your toes. As you tap back, keep the heel raised. Keep the tummy muscles nice and tight. Get those arms nice and high. So again, a little bend in the knees as you step back. You can make it a small movement. You can make it a long movement. Almost into a lunge. But just keep it a movement. Keep it moving. Keep it active. So 6 geese laying halfway through the 12 days of Christmas. So half standing exercise, half sitting exercise or lying exercise. The next exercise will be a flip kick. And we've got about 12 seconds left. So we'll be dropping our hands or lowering our arms down, kicking forward with our legs, but not locking our arms out. So taking the arms down, you'll kick forward, get the legs first, and the arms. Just take an arm and shoulder height, little flip kick forward, keeping those knees nice and soft. So the pace can be up to you. You can increase the pace, get a little bit more welly, and keeping those elbows high, increasing the pace. You can add that little hop as well. So this is your 4th exercise of 6 of your cardiovascular exercises before we do the exercises on the floor. So flip kicks forward. You've got 15 seconds left. After 15 seconds, we're changing the stride. Taking the arms to the side by hamstring curls, kicking the heels towards your bottom. So start to walk the hands down your body. Start to bring your arms down to the side. Take it from side to side. So heels towards your bottom. Palms facing back. Feel squeeze back here. Again, chest lifted. So it's a little pat back. So just pulsing back. Try to keep the heels to your bottom. Keep your knees underneath your hips. Trying not to allow the knees to creep forward. You're coming up to halfway. Your last exercise is the lunge, and it's taking the lunge forward with a little bicep curl. 15 seconds, just under 15 seconds left. So again, you can make this wider. You can take those arms higher. So you can take them up to shoulder height, still having the hands pulsing back, keeping it nice and rhythmic. Okay, walking the hands down, slowing that pace, bring it to a march. Get little toe taps forward or a lunge forward, the upright row. So it's taking that lunge forward, keeping the knees raised. Try not to let the knees drop in together. Raising that heel up of that rear leg. And when you finish that movement, that knee, you should be able to look down and see the tip of your toes of that knee coming forward. So only dip down as far as you feel comfortable. And again, keep those feet hip distance apart. So you don't do a narrow stride like so. You've got to see the gap as you stride forward. Okay, so we've got another 15 seconds left. Nice and high with those elbows. Nice and deep with that lunge if you can. Okay, so a little march. So that was your 6 cardiovascular exercises. Didn't think I'd keep the t-shirt, the jumper on all that time. It was only going to be for the start. But this process now, me having a chat, helps you lower your heart rate. So you don't go flat to the floor, panting like crazy. So just lowering your heart rate a little. And I will probably take this off, just so you can see the alignment a little better when we're doing the curls. So slowing the pace, maybe grabbing a mat, throw the mat on the floor. If you've got something soft for the back, you can also have a rolled up towel or a jumper to help you and support your back on the floor. So I'm going to use my prop of the jumper, so that may come in and help assist me in a moment. So I'm just going to pop that to the floor so it's close by. So come down to the floor however you feel comfortable. If you've got knee replacements, knee problems, you may do things slightly differently. So come down to the floor, whichever way suits you. Now while we're on the floor, I'm going to take my shoes off. You can keep them on if you want to, but it will just show the movement of the feet a little. So I've got the left and the right on the wrong legs, but hey, so just keep my legs here. So we're going to start off with a neutral spine. So just bring this down a little. So you need to have a neutral spine, a natural line of the spine. So when you move your arms and legs, your torso, your core is strong and safe. So however, you can do a roll down onto the floor, however you want to get down to the floor. I won't do that for now. So I've just placed myself on the floor comfortably. I'm placing my feet on the floor, my heels sitting underneath my knees. My hands are down to the floor, my arms are down. You can do this, which rotates the shoulders and keep the shoulders down onto the floor. So while you're on the floor, place your hands, so you're in that diamond shape. Place them on your hips, on your pelvis. Rock your pelvis back and forth and then relax. What we're aiming to do is try to get your diamond flat
on your tummy. If your hips are facing up, you need to push the hips down. So think about if you had a cup on your tummy, you're pouring water in your cup. If your hips are facing up, it's going to roll back onto you. If your hips are forward, it's going to send the water through the legs. So just have it that your hips are square and your hips are flat. Head supported, head down onto the floor. Now, if your head comes forward a little bit and it feels uncomfortable, you can place your cushion, your towel, your pillow, jumper underneath your head just for support. If you feel tightness in the lower back, you can again take the towel, take the support, put it in the lower back, just so you feel comfortable. Now, while you're here, now you've got that neutral spine, think about imprinting. So you've got your head, take a deep breath in. So inhale in through your nose. And as you breathe out, push your head down into the floor, push your shoulders down into the floor, push your back into the floor, and then release. So again, breath in. And as you breathe out, think about pushing the head down, the shoulders down, the lower back down, the hips down into the floor. So it's like a wave going down your body. So and then relax, and then your back will fall into a neutral spine. So let me see here. Okay. So while you're in this neutral spine, this comfortable position, take a deep breath in, and without making the hips move, deep breath in and raise one leg up and hold. Deep breath in and raise that leg up. So in this position here. So you've got your legs up here. If you feel that your lower back has fallen away from the floor, maybe put that support in there, or just do this movement again. So you just feel that you've got full contact with the floor. So you feel quite strong here. Okay, hold in this position, holding these legs here, relaxing the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take the arms above your head. So you'll get a nice stretch. If you feel that you're arcing, don't take the arms quite so far. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lower the arms down. Breath in, breath out. Keeping your back in strong contact with the floor. And you take those arms back far enough, but if you find you start arcing in the lower back and you get that bigger gap, don't take the arms quite so far. So continue with this. You can do this 8 to 12 times. Every time you take that arm back, keep it in line with your breathing. And the aim is to get the arm as far as you can without hollowing the lower back. So it's a tabletop movement, just taking the arms above. Okay. So taking the arms, so taking in your legs in this position, take your arms nice and wide. I'm going to breath in and breath out, put one foot down to the floor. Breath in through the nose, keeping those hips square so you're not tilting the hips, tummy nice and tight. Breath in, stabilize the core, and then slowly lower the arms down, the feet down. So my arms are wide. So from here, I'm going to drop my knees down to one side. Feel the movement through the lower back and then come up. So you can take a deep breath in on hold, breath out and lower down to the side. So this is option 1. You can stay with this and you can do 8 to 12 reps, keeping your ankles in line with your hips. So the next option is a tilt of the head. So you tilt the head away from where the legs are going. A nice stretch in the lower back. Come up to center, head comes up to center, and then the opposite direction. So if you think about the breathing, you breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. So nice movement to help loosen your lower back. So you can stay with this and do 8 to 10 repetitions. As long as you breathe on a part of the movement, it doesn't matter, as long as you keep breathing. So you can make this a little bit more complicated, a little bit harder. So deep breath in, raise one leg up. Breath in and raise. You can drop the legs down to one side, head to the opposite direction. Come up to center position and take it down to the opposite side. Take it down as far as you feel comfortable. Try to keep those hips flat to the floor. If you find that you're getting discomfort in the lower back, just go back a level. I'm starting to feel this in the lower back. So what I'm going to do, so that's the progression, is drop, take a deep breath in, lower that foot down to the floor, deep breath in, lower that foot to the floor. Now the level that suited me was the feet to the floor, knees stacked, moving to one side to the other. A nice stretch of the spine, up to the center, the opposite direction. I'm going to fix you now. So we've got a nice loose lower back. The next exercise, we're going into the bridge. So it's hips down to the floor, head down to the floor, shoulders back. The movement is lifting your heels, your tummy up. So take a deep breath in. You're about rolling the hips towards you and then slowly coming up. So coming up in this position here. So pushing the pelvis up, you can hold it, or you can come straight back down again. So slowly lower down. So think about uncurling and slowly up again. So pushing the tummy to the backbone, push your shoulders down to the floor, chest raise. And push up a little bit more longer and hold. Do you feel the strength through the torso, through the core? Deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly lower the body down. Slowly down. Again, inhale, curl up. So again, you could do this 8 to 12 times. So I'm not doing that many. I'm just doing a few to show you. You can do this and follow this and do this again in your own time. You might find that this is just enough. So it's slowly down. So think about stacking your backbone on the way down and on the way up. So you can add progression as you come up. You can lengthen the arms above your head. You can inhale to set and exhale to take this up. There are variations of all these exercises, just giving you a sample of today. So the process is slow and controlled, feeling the neutral spine, your natural line of the spine, and feeling strong in the center. And then slowly down. So choose your option. You may not choose to raise the arms above your head. So now for a leg crisscross. So taking your arms supported behind your back, behind your neck, elbows nice and wide, ankles underneath your hip. You take a deep breath in and you raise one leg up as you exhale. deep breath in, exhale, making sure there's no deviation or any arc in the lower back. I'm bringing my legs in towards me a little bit more so my lower back is supported. You can keep your shoulders down onto the floor, a little twist across. You can lower your feet to the floor if this tabletop position isn't comfortable. So I'm sort of starting off with a medium level of intensity, and I can drop down or bring that up. Okay, so to make it a little bit harder, is breath in, breath out, hold this position. So breath in and out. Breath in and out. So my shoulders are off the floor. So crisscross, add the arms and legs. So think about taking that shoulder to the knee, not the elbow to the knee. You can make this harder if you extend the legs further away. So for today, we'll say this is a harder option. So you can stay with this. You can stay here. Your shoulders are off the floor and they're coming across. You can drop down. So you can come across here. You find your level. You feel that you can do this with your shoulders down. That's another option. Sorry, keep your shoulders down. So the legs are outstretched, but the arms just coming across. Or if you're starting to flag, or none of these are appropriate for you, you can take the legs down and do it here. You can lift, lift, or lift, lift, and lift. My shoulders off the floor. So you take it into all over body stretch. So there's lots of different options there. And stretch. I come up to sitting position. There is a roll up and roll down, but I'm not going to do that now. So come up to sitting position, take your legs ahead of you. Now try to lengthen those legs down. However, if you don't, if your hamstrings are too tight, you may have to keep them raised. So with your legs raised or lowered if your hamstrings are flexible enough, raised if not. Think about a C, I'll show you from the side. So you're sitting on your sitting bone, sitting up nice and tall, and your arms are going to come forward to reach your toes. So think about a C. So drop the chin down to the chest. You're creating that C in the back. Arms are reaching forward, reaching down towards the toes. Uncurl, pelvis forward, slowly come up, right up onto your sitting bone. I'm going to take this, maybe able to see. So I'm going to drop my chin down, looking towards my navel, my shoulders relaxing down and creating that C in my back as I reach down towards toes, and the toes are pointed. So again, slowly curling up, sitting right up nice and tall. Now you could continue doing that. You could put your towel, your jumper under the legs if they were starting to feel uncomfortable. So again, hopefully you continue doing that. So his arms forward, drop the chin, looking towards the navel, curling the back, and then hinging forward. Same as you come back up again. So it's good to inhale before you start, and slowly exhale as you come forward. One more time. Put the chin down, think about that curl, coming forward, and then slowly come back up again. So a few simple exercises, and you can add modifications and change those exercises. So they're fairly straightforward exercises to get you started into some Pilates work. Just keep the breathing controlled, keep the breathing to part of the movement. It can be overpowering and put you off doing the exercise. So pointers, breathe, just keep breathing, keep your back supported. Any aches or any pulls in the back, go back a level, and use a towel or a jumper for support. So that's just a taster, a little bit longer today. What's in store for tomorrow? Who knows? Take care, have a lovely day. Bye.